Okay, before y'all light me up in the comments, I haven't moisturized yet. Hi you guys, so this week's video is a get ready with me, but we're gonna be talking about confidence and the art of manifestation, also known as faking it till you make it. I did a poll on, I did two polls. I did a poll on Instagram and I did a poll on Twitter, and I asked you guys if any of you have ever struggled with like confidence or like self-image issues. And I asked for this video because before I made it, I wanted to see if there was a need for it, just because I feel like in this new age that we're in, where everything is on social media and everyone is always constantly putting out this perfect image of themselves, it's like, it's harder to tell if it's genuine. Not that everybody has to have insecurities, it's just harder to tell if the confidence people have online is just online. So I figured I'd make this video. Hopefully it'll help someone out there who's struggling. I'm just gonna talk about my story, and I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much how I became more confident, I guess. It wasn't easy. I don't think it's supposed to be easy, but it definitely gets easier. I've been working at it for a couple years now, so I can say I feel versed enough to give advice. But first and foremost, my face feels disgusting, so I'm gonna moisturize. These are the moisturizers I'm gonna use: Pond's Cold Cream, and then this Daylogic Oil-Free Moisturizer with SPF. Where's this from? This is from like Rite Aid, I think. That's my secret. If you wanted to know, this is how I look like a glazed donut on Instagram. So let's start with me. Freshman year was pretty cool. Well, it was freshman year. Freshman year was when I first realized how important confidence is. My freshman year, well, let's start in 8th grade. In 8th grade, I was relatively popular. I mean that like not in a like, ooh, I was popular. I mean in like a lot of people knew me. I had a lot of friends. I didn't really have to worry about anything because everyone knew me. Everyone was cool with me. I got to high school and I still had a lot of friends, but it's high school. And so there's all these kids from all these different schools that are now interacting with each other. And so I definitely had kids that tried to bully me. It never really worked because, I mean, at that point I was like, what? Like, I'm already past that. That was elementary school for me. So now we're in freshman year. In my gym class, there were these three boys who would always like try and make like comments or like try and like get me upset or whatever. But like, after a certain point, I stopped caring what other people thought of me. And I like realized like they're just doing this to try and get a rise out of me. And it's not working. So we're gonna have fun with this. And that is really when I learned how to stand up for myself. Confidence comes with that. It's the learning to stand up for yourself. It's the learning to be okay with yourself more, or at least to know that there's value in your feelings. Now I'm using the Blue Magic leave-in conditioner. Okay, work. Learning that there's value in my feelings was really like special, and it was really important because that's when I learned that other people's opinions don't matter. There's value in your feelings, and considering they're your feelings, they should be a top priority for you. So the more they tried, the more I stood up for myself, and basically they eventually left me alone. But with that, I was now this new person who was like, ooh, nothing can touch me. Like, I'm invincible. Like, these boys thought they could bully me. They can't do that. Like, you know, I felt untouchable. But it took me a while to realize that that wasn't really the confidence that I thought it was. It was just me being happy that I didn't get bullied again. Let's go to junior year. So junior year, I started to gain weight. And I got fat, like fat. Hold on, let me, is there a picture there? I got fat, yeah. And that's like when the facade started to crack a little bit. didn't feel as invincible. It was more like, you know, I wore a sweatshirt every day. I don't know, I felt the need to hide more. And I got kind of mean. When you are under the impression that you're confident and then you start to get insecure about things, you get upset because you were confident where to go, you know? I'm not gonna say how much I weighed. I don't think I've ever said that number out loud to anyone except for my doctor. And I don't plan on it. No one has to know that number. I don't know how much I weigh now. I don't wish to know how much I weigh now. It's not a number that I feel like would be beneficial to me. It took me going into senior year. Like, I gained a lot of weight because I was going through a growth spurt. Senior year, the weight started to go away because my body was starting to like even out and make more sense. So it really like took that time for me to be able to digest what I just went through. I'm about to use this Daily Hydration Oil Moisturizer Lotion. I got it at the dollar store. The moment that I started to really like struggle was when I got my braces, which it's like, what, you know? But I was still kind of chubby when I got my braces, and due to the fact that I now had braces, I couldn't chew anything really because it hurt. So I decided I would become vegetarian because the main thing I really couldn't eat at all was meat because it was too hard to chew through. So I became vegetarian. And the not being able to eat as much and the being vegetarian like combined, I lost a lot of weight really fast. And having that in high school, like when you see people every day, people notice. And I got a lot of compliments, like more compliments than I've ever gotten in my whole life. Like, it was always like, oh my God, are you losing weight? Oh my God, you look so skinny. Like, you look so good. What are you doing? Like, you know, like everyone paid attention to me. And I started to feed off of that energy, and it started, like, it felt good. It felt so good. And it's like, it's insane to say out loud, but I felt powerful. What can I say? Like, I was losing weight. I felt skinny. I know people say it as a joke, but like, skinny is like a feeling. Like, yeah, you can be like actually skinny, but like, when you feel skinny in the way that I felt skinny, like, you feel invincible. And so that led to its own issues. And then when the growth spurt like was over and my body was left to deal with itself afterwards, my weight started to fluctuate a little bit and the compliments started to fade out, and I didn't feel as powerful. So that wasn't fun. That wasn't a fun time. But after dealing with that for a couple months, I figured I was over it. I wanted myself back. I wanted my confidence back. But I wanted my confidence back, but I didn't know what to do. And so if you didn't know, I used to be a musical theater kid. I was a theater kid, yes. But I say that to say, like, I was an actor of the sorts. And so, you know, it was easy for me to fake being confident on the outside, but on the inside, I wasn't at all. But I realized as I got older, faking that confidence was so integral to getting actual confidence. I took it upon myself to like be overly confident in public. Like, this is so stupid, but I promise it helps. This is the faking it till you make it part. I would walk around everywhere like it's a runway show. Like, I kid you not. Like, on SoundCloud, look up A.G. Cook. What I mean, it is the opening song from Chanel Cruise 2016, 2016. It's one of the Chanel cruise shows, and that's when I heard the song. And it is the perfect walking speed. I would walk anywhere, and I would play that song in my head, and I would strut, literally strut, like focused on where I'm walking, black everything out, and just walk to where you're going. I know I looked crazy to everyone else, but to me, it felt like I was having my moment again. And even though it was only temporary, it was only the duration of how long it took me to get to where I was going, it still made a difference. Like, I got to feel myself again for those little bits of time. And that faking the confidence on the outside, like, that's what people are seeing. People are seeing you be confident. And so eventually, after doing that for so long, compliments started to come back in. And it's like, oh wow, like you look so confident, you know? Wow, like you look like everything is so together, all just because I walk like I'm important, you know? I'm not saying that you should be walking everywhere acting like you're important, but you should be like, if you really want to work on your confidence, you gotta start somewhere. You may not believe it, but you gotta start somewhere. If being a runway model is not your thing, then you can try giving yourself compliments. And that part is really hard. Like, looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're pretty is really hard. It really is. Like, honestly, that is still something that I can't do all the time. That is really hard. But, like, the first step is saying it. That's the important part. The important part is saying it. You may not believe it, but when you say it, you've put that energy out into the universe. And the more that you continue to say it, eventually the universe is going to be like, okay, they want to change, let me help them. And you'll start to see yourself a little differently. You won't necessarily still believe what you're saying, but it'll be easier to say it. And the more you say it, honestly, eventually, one day you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, actually, I do look really good today. And like, you'll mean it. And it's like really cool. It's really cool to look in the mirror and like think that you look pretty cool, dude. I'm definitely not making this video to be like, oh, like everyone else is insecure and I'm confident. Like, no. I went through a lot growing up, and then I got older. The problems changed, but they never went away. Then I got even older, and I was tired of having problems. You know? Now I mean, I still have days where it's not perfect, but for the most part, I'm a pretty cool dude. What can I say? Here are some of my like really important my important tips. Learn to give people compliments apart from yourself. I mean, like, you wouldn't go out to a restaurant and be like, oh my god, this food is so good, but all my food at home sucks, you know? You wouldn't look at someone's car and be like, oh my god, your car is so cool. My car is a piece of trash, you know? Like, you don't go in someone's house and be like, your house is so nice. I live in a pile of dirt in a box behind a Radio Shack. Like, those aren't things you do. So why is it when you give people compliments, you're thinking, oh, they look so good, but I don't look like that. I don't look good. Like, that, don't do that. You have to learn how to give people compliments apart from yourself. Give people compliments without thinking of how it relates to you. Because it's that tearing yourself down that giving yourself compliments is working to build back up. And if you're in the mirror giving yourself compliments, but you still go and tear yourself down after you compliment other people, you're canceling out all the work you're doing. You're retraining your subconscious. And you can't retrain your subconscious if you're also actively working to keep it where it is. Another really big tip I would give is finding your thing, like find the thing you're good at. I am really good at looking good. That is something nobody can take away from me. That is something nobody will ever be able to take away from me. I can put together an outfit like nobody else. I will step out of my house looking like a rock star, and you can be mad, and that's fine. But, like, that's my thing. Like, if I ever need a boost of confidence, I put on a really good outfit. And I look in the mirror, and I don't even have to look at myself. I look at the outfit. And that's where my confidence for the day will come from knowing that my outfit looks awesome. If you're really good at art, then customize a phone case or a laptop case or something that you take around with you all day. And when you're not feeling confident, look at that art piece and be like, I made this. This art is super cool. Let your confidence for the day come from the fact that you have something really cool, that you did something really cool. Also, I just realized I'm doing my hair on the internet. Oh, dang. I don't know. I do my hair how I do it and it looks good, so leave me alone. But yeah, no, faking it till you make it is like, it works. I can't tell you. I don't think I'd be the person I am if I didn't do those things. I'm not gonna lie to you, I still walk around like I am that person. I really won't lie to you, I still do. But it's just like, it makes me feel good. I have learned to like the stairs. I don't dress the way I do because I don't want you to see me. You're gonna look at me and I'm gonna walk through the store like I own it. And I don't care what you think of me, but thanks for looking. It may take a long time. It may not take a long time, but it's the fact that you're doing it. Eventually, you'll believe it. And then you'll have made it. You'll have faked it long enough to have made it. That's the point. But I hope this video helps someone out there. That's the goal. You guys can leave any comments or questions or concerns or anything down in the comments, and I will respond to them. If you guys want any advice, you can comment down in the comments, and I will give you the best advice that I can. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because we all know attention is that one thing I crave as a Scorpio. Peace. Wow!